All right, it's Ron Goodall from FightHype.com. I'm here with my man, Bruce Shoo Carrington, man. One of the top, I wouldn't even say prospect no more because Bradley officially took you out, right? You're actually contender status.
I see some people trying to still say prospect. I'm like, bro, I feel like, I'm in the rankings now, so it's definitely contender status.
Absolutely. And so you have a big fight card coming up, ESPN.
Yes, second ESPN fight.
Back in New York, which is going to be during the Puerto Rican Day Parade. You're going to be sharing a card with Xander. How excited are you about this?
Man, I'm super excited. We're getting another step up. It's with Jose Enrique Vivas. He's shared the ring with some tough guys, with guys like Eduardo Baez and Joey Gonzalez. He's fought some really tough guys, and showing a lot of grit when he's fighting with guys like that of that caliber. But to be honest, this is just another test for me and another opportunity for me to show that I'm on a different level. He's fought like some top guys, but I'm gonna show that I'm like levels above these guys. I'm really excited to fight on a card like this because there's a big Puerto Rican foundation, big Puerto Rican background in New York. Fighting on the same undercard as Xander Zayas. They love him out there in New York. Puerto Ricans, they love him as a whole, but especially in New York as of right now, he has a big following. And I'm from New York, I have my own following as well too, but I feel like it's gonna be something special for me to be able to get that New York Puerto Rican following and to show out, man. I really am excited to fight on this card.
With the pressure, I think last time was like, I'm actually gonna be on ESPN, right? And you were able to deliver a hellacious knockout. I mean, is it safe to assume and safe to say that we can start calling you a knockout artist with all these highlights, right?
I mean, if you guys want to call me that, that's what's up. I appreciate that, man. Me, I'm just doing what I gotta do. I don't go in there looking for knockouts. I don't go in there trying to get a highlight reel. It just happens. I just go in there and just do what I do best, and that's break down my opponents and getting them up out of there, and getting the W in the best way possible. But if you guys want to put that on me, that's what's up. I appreciate that.
When you get these type of knockouts, right? Do you see them coming? I guess break it down. Do you just see an opening and you just know bing? And are you aware this shot I'm going to get him out, or is it just a moment where you hit him and then you look and you're like, oh shit?
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's like one of those moments when you hit him, it's like, oh snap. Like when I fought Jason Sanchez, granted, that was a shot that I planted and set him up for, but I didn't expect him to have the reaction that he did in order for me to get the stoppage to follow up. But when it came to my last opponent, Bernard Torres, it was definitely a breakdown to where it was like, yeah, this round I'm going to step to him and get him up out of there. It was the decision that I had made. It was a switch that I had flipped. And so it's a little bit of both. It just depends on the situation.
Now, I guess depending on the situation would be a good segue. Have to get your thoughts on the Ryan Garcia failing after having a big performance against Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Did get a chance to talk to Ryan right before a few minutes, and he said that he would be willing to get his B sample tested and go through that protocol, and hair follicle and things like that. But just from your experience so far, just what's your thoughts on all of this?
My thoughts on the whole, drug testing thing. I just find it kind of odd sometimes how you're able to take a drug test before the fight, still go in the ring before the drug test is even, finalized, and the results come, and still put in a lot of damage on the opponent that you're fighting against, and then it comes out, you failed the drug test or whatever. It's kind of weird how that works. I don't like how that works because the damage is already done against the fighter. Now the fighter might not ever be the same again, but that's all if the whole situation is actually true. I hope that is not, because it'll put another taint on the boxing community, man. That was a big fight for everybody to really tune into. It was very entertaining. Devin showed a test of his of his heart. It was really he kept getting up. And I felt like a lot of the rounds, majority of the rounds that he fought and did not get hurt or dropped, he won. I had the fight as a draw. I scored it as a draw. I felt like the fight was still a close fight, even with the knockdowns. But man, I really hope that it's not the case that Ryan, have any PEDs in his system, because it's just gonna look bad on the sport. You know what I'm saying? And then it's bad for Devin's health and all that stuff. That's like real personal. You know what I mean? You get to take all of this time to prep for a fight and putting your body through all this pain the whole time a guy is cheating. It's not good. It's not a good look. But Ryan, he's like real adamant about not being dirty. He's showing proof that he had taken tests beforehand like multiple times and came back clean. He's willing to do the B sample test. He's showing character of a person that's a clean fighter. But then again, he could be giving us a whole little runaround as well as too. So man, I don't know. That's why I sit on it. My thoughts about it. It's just unfortunate if it's really true. If it's true, it's unfortunate.
Devin did an interview on SportsCenter, and he spoke on how would he do a rematch? And I guess it's kind of like, well, I'm not really kind of thinking about it. I felt like I'm thinking like more like this is deeper than boxing. Like by so, but Ryan also said today that granted if they had a rematch, things wouldn't change. Do you see the fight changing if they had a rematch?
I feel like Devin would make the right adjustments. I feel like the team would make the right adjustments and fight better, because I do feel like Devin fought with a lot more emotion than usual. He fought in there trying to knock Ryan out. He kept fighting on the front foot when he should have really been fighting on the back foot, showing his boxing IQ as he always does in every single fight. I don't know what happened. That's what makes me feel like it was a mental thing. Ryan kind of got him out of there mentally. Bill as well. Bill in the corner like, go at him, when really he didn't have to do that. He could have just boxed Ryan's socks off and got the easy dub. He didn't have to try to make it a big entertaining fight. He could have just got an easy win. But I also think that Ryan, that left hook would have definitely caught Devin at some point. I predicted him, what anybody asked me, like it was gonna be a tough fight. A lot of the stuff that they did in the amateurs, they still kind of do now. And every single time they did fight in the amateurs, it was always like kind of back and forth. It was action-packed, back and forth. So I predicted that was going to be something like that this fight, but I knew the left hook was going to catch Devin at some point. I just thought that it was going to catch him early. He was going to get his, his self back together, and then kind of like, win the rounds as they go on, and then got a unanimous decision. That's what I thought that was going to happen, but he just never made the adjustment. He just never made the adjustment and kept getting caught with the same left hook, and that was, his downfall.
Now my last question. I know you're cool with Caleb Plant.
Yeah, that's my guy.
And I know you're cool with Edgar Berlanga.
Yes.
They got into it today.
I did not know they got into it today.
They walked by and shit started popping off. So, you you could plead the fifth, right, in this case, but I guess a simple question. Do you like the fight?
I do like the fight. That is actually a really good fight. I'm interested to see how those two styles match up. I feel like Caleb definitely edges when it comes to the experience, by far. But Edgar has that equalizer, bro. He has that equalizer. His power is just there, and he also has like a decent boxing IQ. But I think Caleb edges him in the boxing IQ as well. But honestly, that's a fight that I would love to watch. Again, I'm gonna be neutral on this one. I like both of these guys.
Yep.
I'm in the gym with Caleb almost every day. I grew up with Edgar. That's my boy. That's like my brother. That's something that I would not like to really give put too much.
Just plead the fifth. I guess I'm just getting your immediate reaction just hearing.
But that's a fight I would love to watch, bro. Because that's very. I feel like a lot of people tune into that. It's gonna be entertaining.
Awesome. So just recapping, June 8th. In New York, Madison Square Garden,
Puerto Rican weekend.
That just sounds all smooth.
Yes, you don't want to miss it. You guys don't want to miss it. It's going to be on ESPN. I'll be the co-main event. It's my first co-main event appearance. Man, it's going to be great. Listen, you already got Shoe York City taking over. That night, I'm going to be Shoe York Rican. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, we're going to do something special for the Puerto Rican fans, man. We're going to do something real special. Love you guys, man. I really feel like I got a great following, and I got a lot of backing from you guys from when I had my little vacation in San Juan just recently, man. And we're going to do something real special for y'all, man. Just tune in.
Awesome.